Hey guys, what's up? It's KOKOStern with Why You Should, and today I have a simple recommendation for you, and it's about a guy called George Carlin, who is an incredible, amazing, and very, very, very big in its time stand-up comedian that was really just an inspiration to a generation, of comedy acts, and he is considered one of the greats. Sadly, he passed away in 2008. I'm looking at the Wikipedia article just so I won't make any mistakes. But he's called George Carlin, and he is absolutely wonderful. I have been wanting to go through his work for a long time and have known of some of his work, and I've been meticulously checking out everything I possibly can by this guy, and he is so damn good. He is so amazing. Really just an inspirational guy, and he has comedy acts that are from all the way from 76 or 77, and it's timeless. It holds up today. It's interesting and it's hilarious and it is relevant to this day, most of the stuff that he makes. And I really think that anyone that enjoys comedy, if you enjoy stand-up comedy, if you enjoy the greats of today, out of the top of my head, I'll say Louis C.K., which is probably one of the biggest ones right now. It's very similar to Louis C.K. In a way, because the way that I feel, and one of my favorite types of comedy is pissed off comedy. I call it pissed off because the person's just mad. He's mad at the rest of the world. He's mad at everything that's going wrong and everything that's stupid and everything that's dumb in society. And Louis C.K. does it really, really wonderfully. And George Carlin pretty much started it all because he's such an incredible person, a satirist, a philosopher, a critic of everything from politics to saying hi to the person next to you. And his biggest thing is actually language. He really likes language, and he does it very, very freaking well, and talks about pretty much everything. And it's just, his work is so great. It's hard to describe for me how great it is because I get so emotional about how amazing George Carlin is. And if you watch anything, there's a ton of clips that are readily available on YouTube that's really easy. Just look up George Carlin and you'll start seeing what this guy does. But going into pretty much his entire full acts is a really big recommendation for me. Mostly I actually have a list of all of them that I've been keeping track of. He has a lot of HBO hours that are just HBO hours, and the really, really amazing stuff. I mean, he's doing pretty nice stuff. He's evolving himself throughout the years. I mean, especially that it's such a huge curriculum of things that he's done, such a huge body of work from 77, actually, on location at USC, from 77 all the way to 2005, where he has Life is Worth Losing. That's how it's called. Everything by HBO, pretty much. I think the best ones are starting around the 90s, which is Doing It Again from 1990, Jamming in New York from 92, Back in Town from 96, and then on 97, there is an HBO hour called 40 Years of Comedy. 40 years, because he was old at 97. He was old before being old was a thing. He was old in 97, 40 Years of Comedy, and the funny thing is it's hosted by Jon Stewart. It's hosted by Jon Stewart, and watching Jon Stewart, he looks so young, it kind of was, wow. Jon Stewart was young once, and he has completely black hair, and he looks like a 20-year-old, which he probably was at 97. I don't know his age, but he's such a great guy, George Carlin, and I love stand-up comedy that no holds bar, isn't afraid of anything. And there's a lot of comedy that's kind of iffy or in between and like raises a giggle but doesn't really speak to you. And I like it when it's not just comedy, there's also a point behind it. There's also the comedian is saying something. He's not just making stupid jokes. And don't get me wrong, there are fart jokes in any comedy act and they're welcome, but there needs to be a point behind it. There needs to be some kind of I'd say, social critic, and George Carlin does it wonderfully, and I highly recommend you check this guy out. Maybe just on YouTube, maybe more so if you'd like. 40 Years of Comedy, You're All Diseased from 99, which is the next thing I wanna watch. And watch George Carlin. He's just God. He's God. He's dead now, but he's God. He's so good. He's a comedy god, and that's my recommendation for today. I've just been watching so much of him playing Path of Exile and watching George Carlin. That's what you should do. Path of Exile is a wonderful game that just came out officially after being in beta for 2 years. Play that while listening to George Carlin. Best freaking time of your life. Just that. And that's it. I'm done. That's all I have for today. I have boasting of a guy. I'm being a fanboy. I am never a fanboy. I allow myself to be fanboys of people who are dead. Is that good? I don't know if that's good, but that's what I have for you today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.